Hey guys, welcome to Awake and Activate. Today we are going to talk about the gift of speaking in the heavenly language, otherwise known as light language. And there was a group that did what's called an impartation of, I'll let them describe it to you on what that was about. We know that this gift can be used for prayer. Speaking and asking for things that we know not, which is we are taught, in the Christian church. And also, I utilize it to receive messages, and I see it with images and things like that. And I love to have my conversations. Well, these two that I'm going to bring up here right now to let them introduce themselves to you took part in a group that went ahead and did a kind of a trial with it, or you want to start? How did you find out about it? What was your impressions? And
well, I was on. I'm Aria. Hello, everyone. I was on Quantum Healers on their forum, and up pops Michelle's. She'd left a message for everyone of something she'd experienced, and someone said, "Well, is it possible that you could activate other people?" And apparently, you can. So a small group of us, said we're really interested. Can we try it? And so Michelle was gracious enough to give it a go. And I would like to say I was a very, very happy guinea pig because it turned out really well for me. I found within seconds, my entire body became very warm. My heart was filled with a lot of heat. And then it moved up to my high heart, which literally felt like a sun. It was just radiating throughout the rest of the transmission. And then I felt something travel up to my brain. There was almost like a click, as if something either turned on or something shifted. And I just stayed that way for the rest of the transmission. And then right at the end, I felt the energy build up, and then it just almost like it released itself out into my aura, and I could feel it go beyond my aura, so that I felt that people around me would also be activated, perhaps by what I was activated with. It was quite an amazing experience.
wow. So you just kind of went in there to check it out, see what it was about, and you just had
Yes.
something.
I had no expectations. I don't like to have expectations because I find that very limiting. So I just went in just with heart wide open, mind wide open, and just to see what happened. I felt drawn to do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was interesting to hear about this. I might want to come across this person myself and may try it out to see if it does anything for me. Yeah. And let me pull up Gavin and let's see what Gavin has to say. You don't have to go through the whole thing. We'll go
Sure.
through step by step.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Gavin. My introduction was similar to Aria's in that BQH, Beyond Quantum Healing, has a forum in which the facilitators can exchange messages, exchange experiences. And I saw this experience, which I found was amazing. And more than the information, which in itself was really interesting, was just the energy. It was just an energy of purity, of truth. And it was just the real deal. And then I actually saw it a couple of days late. I think it was maybe 2-3 days after it had originally been posted. I shared it with some people. And then I saw that somebody had put a little note, oh, listen, can you do a session or whatever of light language for some people? And straight away, I said, I want to be in. And so what did I expect? I didn't expect anything, but I knew it would be good. So if you like, I was preconditioned because the overall feeling, the energy was so pure, so loving and so good that I knew that whatever happened would be good. So then we just organized it, and it all happened extremely quickly. Like we started talking about it, and then suddenly it was organized for the following day. The five of us got together with the person who was giving the course or the session, and immediately I felt just a lot of energy. I have a lot of earth energy, and I suddenly felt extremely solid, extremely big, extremely grounded, but also I felt very light and connected. And just this energy was coming in, and I was just growing and growing and growing, and there was just a whole communion. It was my energy. It was the person who was giving the session. It was all of us. There was just like a to and fro, and like every part of my body was activated. But there were three areas in particular that stood out: the crown chakra, the third eye, more, but most of all was the throat chakra. I just really, really, really felt that. And then afterwards, it was just I've been on a high since. To be honest, I can't really sleep very, very well because on the one hand, physically, I'm exhausted. I'm like wired. I want to sleep. I really need to sleep, but I can't. Okay, I am sleeping, but I don't feel rested when I wake up. I am just so buzzing. But from emotionally, extremely high, extremely positive. What the end result of this is, I don't know. If you like, I know that something is being prepared and if something is going to happen. It hasn't manifested itself yet, but I know for me it was just a leap, or it was a jump, and probably more than one step in consciousness. That's basically it.
So do you think that it's kind of like how a BQH session would be, like, because we do the session and then it could take the client like a month to 6 weeks to acclimate everything that transpired in that into their beingness, or you think it's a little quicker? But being that you're healers, I'm sure it's going to be TikTok, like much faster to acclimate. But
no, I think, listen, everybody is different. So we were 5 individuals there receiving, and each of us received something different from ostensibly the same session. So that is. It's like 5 people go into a restaurant, but they each get given different meals depending on what they want, depending on whether one is pesco vegetarian or one is lactose intolerant. So, there's just, you can't say. Everybody is unique. Everybody is a universe unto themselves. I suppose the one common denominator is we all got something, and we were all extremely happy. And then
how
apart from
long?
that,
So you're still buzzing. It's today.
Oh, yeah.
And how long ago was it?
Okay, it was, I believe it was on Wednesday. Yes. So was it? Yeah, yeah. So that was like 3 days ago.
How about
It was on
you?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's the amount of willingness you have and the openness you have to receiving this beautiful transmission and activation. If you hold any fear, it's going to interfere with how it activates you. If you're just wide open, anything can happen. But I've had nonstop different things happen since. I had the following day, at the beginning, I felt like I was still acclimating and adjusting. But towards the end of that day, I had an experience where my entire throat chakra stretched up and out, and my mouth almost felt like it was forced open, and I felt energy and fear from my sacral come right up, out, and through my mouth. So that was quite profound there. And then I've had a lot of other things going on in my brain since.
Yeah, you reported some kind of you said to me that you had some kind of during it that there was you felt some kind of a swirl and click into your.
Yes. Yeah, there was just sort of a dizziness, almost like a quick little tornado, a twister. And then I felt a click. Yeah. So I felt it
A good
affected me.
click, though? Good
Oh,
tornado?
they're all good clicks. But I feel most of what happened for me was my high heart and my brain. There's a major adjustment that's going on right now.
And you were doing the QHHT 2.0, right? And you started it a couple years ago and we're in the process?
Yeah, so I had a high heart activation during my level 2 training in Hawaii, and it knocked me out. I had to go and sleep for the afternoon, and I actually had tremors and what felt almost like seizures. My body was taking in so much energy that I was shaking uncontrollably and had to sleep for 3-4 hours. And yeah, that was quite the experience. So I felt that was the start of it. And this activation just took it that step further. And I still feel there's more to go. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow. That's, we think about these different things that we offer, even in sessions and stuff that, we apply, but you don't think of them as applying them in this manner. And, Master Candace, may want to implement some kind of a course study on such thing because, she speaks it. So I don't know if it's something that can be taught, but it sounds like an awesome experience.
Well, I think for me, it's like turbocharging. You can do the work yourself, and obviously it's necessary. You need to do the work yourself, and that will take you up. But sometimes something like this can actually, give you a bit of rocket fuel and take you up. And so that can be
like what she described about the purging it up out of whatever she was holding. It came right out of her throat chakra. It's gone.
Yeah.
Totally. It's just a bit of rocket fuel to, because sometimes otherwise it's very easy to get disheartened and to keep sort of trudging up the hill or whatever. I'm not going to bring, So,
what's your opinion, Gavin? Do you think this is more for, to launch quantum healers and people in the healing modality, or do you think it's something that should be considered to be offered to public?
Okay, listen, I would offer it to anybody who is ready. Okay, there is no point. Okay, it's like giving rocket fuel to somebody maybe who can't ride a bicycle. Like the old cartoons, whatever, the guy's riding the bike and they put a rocket on and they light it, like Wile E. Coyote. You give it to Wile E. Coyote, it's probably not going to do him much good, So I think, you need to be able to ride the bicycle. You need to have a certain amount of balance because otherwise, it's probably going to go over your head. And
you want a helmet.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think, as I said, if somebody, they don't have to be a quantum healer or practitioner. They can, if somebody has done the work and if somebody is ready, then it can be so useful. But if you're not ready, it's going to be, to be honest, you're just going to be wasting your time. It's just going to go over your head.
Yeah. Yeah, because, everything is free will, accept or reject. You have to, like, she said that, come in with an open heart, no expectation, and just absorb and allow. But you have to be able to, discern. Discernment is so key to be able to, can you discern if somebody's going to be imparting something good or, so I would, look at that as a key factor too.
Yeah, and also an analogy that I heard first was, sort of when if you feed a child, you're going to feed them whatever you feed a young baby, and if you're into your steaks, red raw, whatever, but you're not going to give one of them to a young baby. It's not going to appreciate it, so you're not going to give a gourmet meal to a young baby. So it's extremely good at the right time, at the right stage.
So, I agree. I believe it takes you up at least an octave. I feel probably a couple octaves. Yeah, it's a good way of. Oh, yes, and I do believe it will activate divine gifts. I really strongly feel that. So in that
Yeah.
case, it would come in very handy if you're a healer and you're just really activating these gifts that take you to the next level. That's a win-win right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, well, because I use it. I use it in session, especially if there's a problem like with the divine self coming in and speaking through. Yeah, I use the gift, and I can see everything, and then their high self. They will talk. When I do, I'm just talking to the one being, and then I can hear them talking to the one being, and then it comes in, and I can hear through them speaking through the one. So, I think that's kept me from being afraid and running. And just for the record, you guys, I just met these people. It's new. I met them in the quantum healing in Master Candace's quantum healing forum on a thread under a post that I put in on. It was actually a second part of a post because there was part of it that I wanted to talk to Master Candace about before, because she's, she worked directly with Dolores. She's the one that realized there's no space. We can do this from anywhere. Space is an illusion. Time's an illusion. And then she took it to the beyond quantum healing, where we could do it online and wherever. And so she had more gnosis on that part that I put up, where that's everybody started commenting under. So there's a first part of that, but then I stopped because I wanted to talk to her about some of the things that I saw, and I like affirmations, especially if somebody has been in a field for a very long time. Their knowledge, their wisdom, their mastery and experience, it really helps. So that was the second part where I saw, I think it was her name was Gladys. Gladys, and that's kind of a cute name. Gladys brought it together. Gladys. Right? To see, I just look at affirmations and everything too. So, I just think that's a perfect name to what you guys are describing. So would you do it again?
In a heartbeat.
Definitely. I do it every day.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
could become junkies.
Oh yeah, no, like totally. It's like you get such a high, but again, as I said, it's just you're just jumping up, and it's particularly if you have sort of trudged the hill, and then suddenly to have something like this is a godsend.
So, do you feel like you've popped into light language yourself, or are you ready to pop into light language yourself? Or do you think that would be like the end goal of something like this, would be that, you have the session and then all of a sudden you're speaking it yourself, then now you've got your direct communicado. So you see what I mean? I
don't see it as an end goal. I see it as a beautiful side effect.
Everything's a side effect.
I have dabbled a little bit in speaking light language. I haven't done it enough to get really comfortable with it yet, but I am a work in progress. Have I noticed a difference since the activation in speaking light language? Not to this point. No, I haven't. But as I say, perhaps if I open up to it, it will definitely go in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. When it happened here, we were afraid of it because, very conservative Christians, the last apostle, the gifts, that was it. And so we were like, oh my gosh, it's the devil. That's when we thought, we're still believing in two gods. Whatever, there's only one. So get over that. But I had a weird dream about that. It was putting duct tape over my mouth. And don't let anybody put duct tape over your mouth. And it was getting flipped off my mouth really fast. And I was like, ooh, okay. And then after that, it was like it took a while before it came about again, because it was like I felt like I was lifting off the ground. And then when it came back, then it started happening more and more often, kind of that's how things come into my awareness. It'll come in, and then it'll be a little while before it happens again, and then it starts to be like almost every day, it's seeing something new, but it becomes a part of our lives. It's life-changing events. So and with everything going on right now, I mean, we're just infusing unconditional love, and if we're connecting up and then injecting it, disconnecting from the hive, connecting up to unconditional love, and then injecting that love light in there. You mean it's actually quite beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're vibrating like that, your body's sending out a frequency, it's having an effect on your surroundings.
But yeah, but I think, say, with the course or whatever, it's a bit like one candle lighting several candles, and then you can then transmit that onto other people, and that's really, whether it's through light language or through whatever is awakened within the individual, to a certain extent, it doesn't matter. But it's basically lighting lots more candles.
I see myself putting light into the grid. Then anybody can tap into that grid when they're ready. So that's what I tend to do, is just infuse the grid constantly with light.
Wonderful.
One of the things that I... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
No, one of the things that I do is every day, I sort of, even if I'm very tired, I make myself get up, go out, walk around the town. Smile at people, say hello. People stop me, people I don't know. They tell me their stories. Yeah. But that is like trying to just spread the light around this 3D. Okay. So I make a point of it, and, I speak to dogs, I speak to children, whatever. So that is a very, it's a very, very tangible thing that you can do. And again, for some people, they just need to be able to, they want somebody to talk to. Yesterday, I was off in a town I didn't know. I was walking in the countryside. This old man came up with his dog, and he must have been there for half an hour, and I knew all about his wife. He has 5 children. He worked in London. He used to live on a certain street in Dublin. He worked in a certain hotel. Then he worked in this factory. Like, I got the whole life story, and there was absolutely nothing transcendental, but he just needed, he just wanted it, and then that was it. He went. We will never meet again. But again, that was a transmission.
Yeah, I didn't think anything was odd about that either. People in the grocery stores and stuff would just turn around and just start telling me everything about their life or wherever I was at, until I went shopping with my mom one day. At every store we went into, people were just turning around just telling me everything about. My mom's like, that is weird. I'm like, weird, is it? I mean, I never feel strange until somebody says that's strange. Then I'm like, oh, it's strange? Okay. I didn't know, but okay, I know now. But they still do it, and I still allow it, so it's all good.
Yeah. But it's okay. That is, again, you are sort of lightening. You are adding light into the grid that way. You're planting seeds, and you were creating other nodes. Yeah,
that's like one of the signs to look for, that you may not be aware that your healing has like clicking in, because people around you are sensing it, and they come and they will just start to talk to you because you're automatically emanating that. And then when it comes into your awareness and you utilize it, and then I when I was able to see it as like, oh, I think that's bad. I'm just gonna take that on out of you. And then I thought, I don't have the right to do that, because it's part of their experience and expansion, and then I came across Master Candace, and I was like, well, okay, so that if they're seeking it, wanting it, they'll find me. Yeah. So that gives them the free will for choice, and it's not my judgment, because my judgment only should be on this being. I don't have the right. What if it's something that they're meant to, and it's just temporary, and it's going to stretch them to have a more joy, in there, because we're here at Earth School to expand. We're expanding exponentially. It wasn't supposed to go sideways like it is now, to be in such it's kind of flipped itself upside down. So, things are happening right now to oh yeah, I'll share that at the end too, because I got another look at our new place. I love seeing that place. Oh, I just love it. I love when I get to pass through there, or when I don't get in trouble. I know we've been emailing as you guys have been reporting what has been going on with you guys, and I gotten in trouble by a guide that called herself Jupiter, which would mean fifth realm, and that I was thinking they needed tanning beds and to try to earn my keep. But she knew my heart was in the right place, so we got a good tour then. The food is fabulous. It's like instant, like your favorite, the best way that it could possibly be made just for you was like given to us instantly. That's when my husband freaked out. Like he missed all the desserts, and I kept going. I was like, I'll meet you at the gate. I went, and that's when that weird gate thing showed up, and I met him at the gate, and we zipped on through, because if we didn't meet there, there's no telling where I would have been, because over there we move at the speed of thought. We're like bing, 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 to catch me if you can, because I'm checking this place out. But but I got another look at it, and oh my gosh, you guys, and what's so awesome about it is we're creating it, us. We're doing it. We're making this place into being as we're restoring. Earth is ascending. She's she made her plea. She got the help. She's got a lot of help from, like, you wouldn't believe how you could call them aliens, you could call them angelics, you could call them whatever, surrounding this place. Plus she has the ones that came in with the mind white volunteers that were infused as they're crawling on the ground as a babe. They're just crawling and infusing light into her. And then, of course, that little virus thing can grab a hold of some of the first ones and stuff, even the second ones that came in. But that's not what this is about. Light language. But yeah, but it is pretty neat to see, get to see what we are all creating together, and it's so harmonious, and it's so beyond anything that, I could not have dreamed this up, and I know I didn't dream this one up myself. There's no way. There's no way. It's a collective thing, and we're all participating. It's just so okay. Back to the light language. So you saw it and you felt drawn to it. Raised your hand up. Went in. How long did it take? Did it take a long time, or?
Not at all. It was immediate from the moment the transmission came through, within seconds. And it really hasn't stopped, to be honest.
Like the light language part.
Oh, yeah, the light language part. I think that was at most 30
10?
minutes.
Yeah.
No, at most. Okay, I think it was about, because I checked it. I think it was about 23, 25 minutes.
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Time stands still.
Yeah.
No, because I checked, because we had a chat beforehand, and then we went into, and then we had a chat afterwards. But the actual light language part was, about 23 minits, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. It seemed like 10 minutes to me, if that. Yeah.
So it doesn't take long.
No.
That's good enough.
No. Stop.
Quick pick me up.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, you guys, are you going to apply this towards your practice?
I will, as soon as I figure out exactly how it's going to serve me. I'm still integrating and figuring things out, but oh, definitely. I integrate everything I know, I've learned, I understand into my practice, definitely.
Awesome.
It be something similar when the stuff actually comes online. But also, I think to a certain extent, if you are a healer or doing this healing modality or any, you're going to give of yourself, give of the best of yourself. So you're going to give everything that you have, every tool in like in your toolbox, you're going to use. So definitely.
That's cute. That's the word I use. I call them tools in our toolbox.
Yeah.
And we should gather every tool that's available, and we should share tools and make sure that each of us has every tool that we need in our toolbox to, bring 110% to the client, so then, they're off and running and able to maintain, and it's just an amazing thing. Hey, Raul, Gypsy, who else we got? We've got Quantum Healers, Truth Seeker, Dead GPK. You guys have any questions for these guys? Yeah, here, I'll put this up. So I don't know if you guys can see the chat. That you should be able to on the sidebar. I've got it opened up or you need to open it up so it's not on private chat, but you can actually see what the chat room is saying. But there's a comment there that pretty much is pretty right, because my system completely crashed and then it tried to do it again to disrupt this. But this time we pushed it back pretty fast, and I felt that that you two are doing it, that you were you're granting assistance for a clean, clear connection.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Am I right?
I always clear everything. I don't work in a space that I haven't cleared first. So
it was cleared. Cleared. Everything was running smooth. And then I went and took a shower and I came out and it was down. I was like, and it smelled. There was a foul smell, and I had to get rid of all that. I was like, what the heck is this? You don't have the right to be here.
Okay.
Back out. Back off.
Okay.
Get out. So I pushed it back. Yeah.
It worked.
Very, very good.
Yeah. So, that's another thing, our sniffers, it's like we can smell you, we can sense you, we can feel you, and we can see you. I mean, you really can't hide anymore. Where are you going to hide when we can smell you, sense you, and see you? What else is left? And we can hear them.
But it's a sure sign that, as the comment was there, that when you're actually bringing light, particularly lots of light, something really, really good and almost something paradigm changing, then you will get this kind of interference. So it's a very, very good sign.
Yeah, the higher
paradigm shift. But that's kind of what you described with the tornado, like a paradigm.
I would say that's exactly what that is. But I always know when I do a session, if I have a really high vibrating client, that's exactly when I get my interference. And you get these odd noises. I've heard almost what sounds like growling over the audio. And so I just go at it, and I call in my team and I say, okay, you take care of this. I have other things to do, but I need you to take care of this right now. And always do for me. Yeah.
Well, you said there was other people also too. So, the interference can come in from several different directions, from several different. So would you think that this would be a better thing for a one-on-one, or did you feel that it was okay to do group type?
I'm wondering with a one-on-one if the transmission coming through wouldn't be more suited for the person, the individual. I could see it being more powerful in that sense because it would be targeted specifically to that person. And I think it could have more of a profound effect on the person receiving. When you've got a group, it's going to be more of a generic type of energy coming through that can benefit all. So yeah, definitely one-on-one would be amazing.
So I think, both modalities, you could have group sessions, introductory or whatever. And then if somebody felt that they wanted to go further or whatever, then they could ask for a one-on-one. So I think maybe, because obviously if you're going one-on-one, then maybe the chances of reaching lots of people, it's more difficult to reach lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe you could organize.
Maybe have with how Candace has it set up, how we do intakes, and we could kind of read them and find out where they resonate at, and group them with the group. But we did 5. Was there 4 or 5?
5.
Yeah.
There's 5. So like if there's 5 and they kind of all are, at a same level, that would be, a good to match them together. And then let's say these are at a different vibration. There's never a better than, less than. Everything's always equal. It's just a matter of, awareness. The more awareness that we have, and then amplify it in that direction. So that actually,
I think that would be good. Yeah.
Awesome. So overall, you guys enjoyed it, huh?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I do it tomorrow and every day.
Yeah, I would too.
You can't get addicted to that stuff because you've got to go out and give it.
No, obviously, but
I'm giving you a hard time.
No, but particularly if you ever go through a stage where you're like trudging, and then something comes along like this, as I said, like it's just a godsend,
Yeah, it's like a boost.
Oh yeah,
and,
totally.
It's a boost back up onto your feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But also like up towards the top of the mountain. Yeah.
So it's more than a boost up back on your feet. It's more like a launch.
But it's like it's just a huge advance. Yeah, you're not sort of trying to regain lost ground. No. You're going up to the uplands. You're going above the clouds. You know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
because recently I felt I'd sort of been on a break, kind of plateaued a little bit, and I found this just kick-started me right up again. It was great. It went beyond where I was before.
Well, I hope some more of the group comes forward and shares what they had, had gained, received, or felt, or have their input in, because we're all unique. We all have different tools in our toolbox to offer to one another, and we offer what we have to keep each other, because it's not about us. It really isn't. It's about what can we do for other people to lift them up into knowing who they are, and then they can lift others up, like a domino effect. And it's a heart space. Candace said it. BQH is a heart-based modality. At the same time, your consciousness is expanding. Every color in your rainbow is getting, like blown open, and you're connecting back to the one, and that's the ultimate. And then you're infusing that into the grid, so it is helping people out so many ways. With all of the things that are being done, with QHHT, BQHT, even people that are doing the inner work, within themselves. It's still infusing that, that love light, beautiful thing. Now, here's this weird dream that I had. I'll share this with you guys. Get a drink. Told you guys I lost all this weight and everything. I drink Dr. Pepper still. I ate McDonald's. It was just like you had click in my paradigm on how I view things, and everything has just changed in that dynamic. Also, there's nothing out here that can hurt me. We manifest it. This is just a shadow. This is a shadow of things that are going on in the ether. When we understand it's a shadow, that's where the battle is. We're just seeing shadow of it here. So what we're warriors out there telling what we look like. My gosh, I mean, I can only imagine, but what we're doing out there is like whew, compared to when we were just seeing types and shadows of it, like this thing we got going on. Where I'm not going to say it out loud because we're not allowed to, but that's just kind of like a type and shadow of that door thing. It's just like, oh, okay. You did it, we do too. It's like, really? Yeah, but we can still leave. You can't. So I'm sorry, that was snotty. Okay. The dream. What I saw was a gathering of people. And what I saw was like photonic, bright white. I mean, like not a little string, not just a little tether of it. I'm talking bulbous light shooting up or shooting in and then coming out from the heart area, out of their chest, boom, out and hitting each other. Just it was quite a beautiful thing, except the people that I apparently participated all directed their heart space back to one direction, and over when one's receiving and then receiving, and tears of joy started coming. So that's what I saw. So so everybody was hitting with such pure unconditional love. It looked like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I also saw these bulbs, and these bulbs were I am up in the heavenlies and I'm looking down, and I know I'm looking across like a map of distance, and I see these big bulbs, and they are like rainbow colors are just swirling around, all the rainbow colors. And there's a cord that you'd think like a fiber optic cord would go through, and at the other end is another one of these big giant bulbs, and it's just swirling, all these rainbow colors. But there was nothing that could be done to destroy that connection. Nothing at all. And then I saw another set. I saw two sets of those, and they were quite astounding and quite beautiful to gaze upon. And since then, I've gotten an affirmation on it, and so it explains a lot. When I got the affirmation on what I was looking at, I was like, "Aha! Oh, okay." But it was. I mean, I could stare at that for. I could have stayed there and just stared at that. If I didn't have other things that they wanted me to look at, because I was like, "Wow, that's what we look like from up here." That is so cool. Just let me, honor this beauty and admire what I am looking at. And in the meantime, these bulbs are not just, glowing this, but it's like infusing, and it's going across countries. And then it's infusing out, and almost like it looked like gritting out. These other bulbs were popping on with rainbow from them. It was pretty amazing to see such a phenomenon. I wanted to stare at it. I just, but no, I only get to look for so long, and then they like, no, you got to look at this now. I'm leaving. I am terrible about that, though. Like, I pop back into my body. Alkalates and things like that. I jump. I'm a jumper because and I know, Gavin, in our exchange that I do agree with you. Yes, because everything's a type in shadow, but not here. I don't want no part of this one that we have operating at this place. This one's coming down. Yeah. So, wow. So what do you guys think about the dream? Does it sound pretty much like the experience, or ring any bells to you?
No, it rings a bell. Go ahead, Gavin.
I know, I understand the dream. I understand what it means. So it's very, it's like totally true. It's just it's a metaphor, if you like. It's just a visual representation of the energetic truth. Yeah.
And then if I shared the dream before I got the affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I know you guys did. I mean, yeah, I think that whatever you guys did in that group is phenomenal, and I hope you keep extending it out. Keep extending
Oh,
it out.
always,
No, it was
always.
good. It was good. But
Yeah.
also, like that's how these things work. If you like, if you're service to self and you keep it, it's like quite interesting. A black hole. What is a black hole? A black hole is a star. Hmm? A star that keeps all the light for itself. That's what a black hole is. It does. It has loads of light, but it keeps it for itself. Hmm? So you with light, you have to emit it. You have to. Like there's nothing else. Light doesn't serve any other purpose if you don't actually give it out. Yeah.
Won't you explode, like having that mist dumped into you from the lens? I mean, at some point, won't you just like pop, explode? I mean, how much can you take in and hold before you?
Yeah, but yeah,
It's got to
yeah,
flow out.
Yeah.
it's like
I'm razzing you. I'm just giving
no,
you a hard time.
no, but listen, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah, I love your accent.
thank you very much. I like yours as well.
Yeah, I'm plain old US of A.
Mhm.
And where are you from?
I'm from
Illuminous.
Ireland.
You're from
Ireland.
Ireland, and
Yeah.
Illuminous. I'm sorry, I can't help it. That's all that's all I've been hearing to call you Illuminous, Illuminous, Illuminous. So I'm sorry.
No, I don't mind. That's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Candace, right? Yeah, Master Candace is in Canada. Yes.
I thought she was in the U.S.
Yeah,
Is she in the U.S.?
Kansas or something. Yeah.
Kansas.
Maybe.
Oh my
That's possible. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know. Why did I think she was in Canada? I don't know.
No, because she's a nice
But then
person.
again, ask me what day it is. I tell you, I have to always ask my husband, what day is it? What date is it? What month is it? What time
I'm the
is it?
same. Yeah.
I can't. I'm always just now. I can't. I am not very good with making future plans. It's like, okay, we want to do something, we better do it now, or you never know what's going to come up, because situations change and we flow with it. We got to be able to flow.
Plus, we're living more in the moment all the time. Well, I find that I'm not as good at planning ahead either. But I prefer to live in the moment. It's much more spontaneous. You're much more in the flow, and you leave yourself open to more possibilities.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true. More opportunities, because if you're booked up, besides sessions, I'll book sessions, but other than that, it's just pretty, spontaneous.
Yeah.
Hey, are you available at this time? No, I'm available at this time. Okay, let me see what I can do. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to see if that. Yep, okay, that's still good. I could do like a day in advance is probably like the most, And then like if we go 2 days, I'll have to verify it again the next day. Yep, still good. Okay, we can do it. So, you guys want me to tell you what I saw on that when I was coming back?
Please.
That was where after I saw the lights and all of that stuff, and man, I just been. No, I'm sorry. It was on my way back after I went to 3D and felt that'll be on I'm going to do a different stream to share with you guys about toggling and that stuff. But on my way back, I passed through her, which is her now. She's just veiled. Our homes they're not square. They're more round. And it's interesting because it looks small if you look out from the surface, they look small, but when you go inside of them, it's all underground. and the communities are smaller, and the homes, like, let's say you're going to travel to another community. They know you're coming, and they find so much joy, and they carve out these perfect homes for the people that are coming. And then I'm like, but what about, do you have to sell it or what, when they move again? No, the earth just absorbs it back in. Like it just works so harmoniously. And then it's almost like the earth is breathing it too. And I went into one room, and this room kind of like, I'm like, how's this, like, because 3D mind, I can't make sense of it. But I went into, and if this was in one of the dwellings, I went into a home and it had full grown trees. I'm like, how do they fit in there? And they had all kinds of fruits and stuff. And the people would have different ones or whatever they enjoyed growing or whatever. And it's like a terrarium effect going on in there. And like when the leaves would fall, they would just put them back, under the tree and allow it to mulch or whatever. And they were plucking the fruit, and it was always, there wasn't an in season, out of season. And they were taking these big bowls and just setting them in the center. And at the end of the day, everybody would come and pick up their empty bowl and then take it back home with them. And people would just come and if they wanted it, they would just help themselves to it. It was, but how did those huge trees get in that room? that was the part that was kind of mind-boggling for me. I was like, how does this work? But they were, I couldn't see the top sort of thing. I saw the fruit and stuff, but they were mature trees, and it was really interesting. So I haven't seen what kind of crafts we use. I didn't see any vehicles, but I know we have transportation. I guess I'm waiting for that to be revealed in time. I'm sure, because it's so pure. My husband and I have been focusing on water for what, honey, about 13 years now. Yeah, we've been we've just directed our for some reason our intention to water, and the water being healthy, beautiful, clean, pure, flowing, moving, coursing through the life. And I've noticed, then we put in a pool, and people that go swimming get healed, and all kinds of awesome stuff happens with them. So we've been working, and that's my go-to place, which is pretty amazing, because we put the pool in long after we've been working on infusing water. And then that ends up being when I'm trying to unravel or get clarities, it's my pool. So, I
think a lot of people are now wanting to live near water, because we are, we have electrical pulses within us, and I think it works well with the water. And I've heard in so many sessions, you need to live near the water because there's intelligence in that water. And you can pick up the intelligence and the wisdom from the water just by being around it. Don't even have to be in it, but just be around it.
Yeah, the earth is revealing her history, because the waters are becoming clear, and people are beginning to see that there's a little more going on. Like, I had an argument with my husband the other day about, I said there's 9 continents. He's like, no, there's not. There's 7. I said, no, there's 9. He's like, no, there's 7. I said, no, there's 9 continents. And then I Googled it, and I was wrong. And I was like, oh, no, I feel foolish. And
no, but it's like about a year and a half ago, scientists were talking about there is another continent, which is New Zealand. At the moment, you have Australia, and then you have New Zealand, but that actually was a separate continent connected to, I think, New Caledonia. Those are the only 2 parts of that continent which are actually sticking above the water, but you actually look, it's a whole plate, and it is, in fact, it has been classified as a new continent. So now you have 8, and I don't know what the other is. So if you check out continent New Zealand and I think New Caledonia, that's one new continent.
I'm not a very good loser at an argument. So I started looking at old maps, and I found one that looked like what I was looking at when I'm saying, no, there's 9. So let me pull it up. I'll share it with you guys, and you tell me what you think. I was like, what? I just could take me a minute to
Are you
find
including
it. So
Atlantis and Lemuria, which are going to be rising up, maybe?
that's the one. Yep. You're so, get out of my head, lady. Get out. There's only room for me in here right now. I'll pull up the file and share it. You guys can talk amongst yourself while I do that, and you'll see this map, and I'll show you how right I was. But actually, I'm wrong. But this is what I was thinking of apparently. But remember, we're to be remembering. Hey, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it depends what timeline you're on.
Well, remember, yeah. Well, the timelines have split, so we know that it's kind of already forked off. But yeah, let me grab this. You two talk amongst yourself, and I'll show it.
Very good.
That would be amazing when Lemuria and Atlantis rise up again. I don't know if it's literal or if it's just figuratively, but
I think, okay, I don't know. Like, obviously, well, it seems that there will be a magnetic pole shift. Okay, if there's a magnetic pole shift, which means that certain parts of the Earth, which are now temperate, will become cold, and certain, and then the Arctic and Antarctica. Because, okay, one thing, they reverse the pole, but also then there's a pole shift, so I think you were going to get both. So, but both the Arctic and Antarctica will be revealed. And so at the moment, Antarctica is, the Arctic is seen as just a block of ice. It's actually, the Arctic is not classified as a continent. Antarctica is. But also, I think, yes, we will have a new Lemuria. We will have a new Atlantis, but we're not going to make a carbon copy. Yeah,
hopefully not. Something new.
No, yeah, but that's the whole point. Is like they can be used as
inspiration
or reference. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like we have to build a new thing ourselves. We'll get lots of help or whatever. But it's, if you like, it's not a done deal in that we get a chance to paint on the canvas.
Oh, she's disappeared.
I don't know any jokes about Canadians.
I'm sure there are plenty.
Oh no, I'm sure there are. But obviously in Ireland there aren't. I'm sure the Americans probably have more.
Yeah.
What do you mean I disappeared?
No, we can't see you.
Oh yeah, because I told you I was going to be looking.
Oh yeah,
I was doing it backwards too. Now that I did it forwards, I found that what I was looking for. Hold on, let me pull it up for you guys, and you tell me what you think. Who was right, him or me?
Okay. You have Lemuria and Atlantis, yes, and Mu, yes.
That's what I was seeing when I was saying, and I was arguing 9. There's 9, but I am horrible with geography. Well, where do I think Master Candace lives, right? Come on. I'm horrible with geography. But I swore there was 9, and we had this huge debate because I'm like, no, there's 9. There's 9. And then apparently now they're finding that they're able to see, I guess, with ship tracks or something. They go over, and it's revealing itself because the waters are clearing up enough that they're not able to hide it. But see, this, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse over the mirror?
Yes.
This actually went all the way down to Antarctica. It's huge, and it to me, when I saw it, it almost merged. It hugged up against the United States more than Australia, and went down deeper this way. So yeah, that's so. What do you think? Do you resonate with that, or is my husband still the winner? Well, he's still a winner because he's right, but yeah.
You don't really want us to comment on that, do you? And get in between you two?
You can't. That's one of those things. That's one of those impossible things. So it would be like coming between those two bulbs. It's just not gonna happen. You know, it's like no bueno. It's no, you can't. We have become as time has progressed, we've fallen more and more and more in love with each other every day. It's a bond that cannot be broken, and we've got so much. We're just like so synced up with each other. Just like I shared with you before we went live that he just, rubbed on my arm. He just knew exactly what I needed while I was out, dealing with whatever, so I could get through what I needed to. He sent me just enough energy, just enough backup, just enough reinforcement to do whatever needed to be done. So that's how in sync that we are. So I should ask what we look like, since we're not, crossing country lines.
Yes, you should.
I can't even see my own aura. So I've tried, trust me, I can't. I've tried to see my own. I can see everybody else's beautiful auras, and I'm like, do I have one? Nope. Don't have one. But you can't, and you really can't on green screen see people's fields and stuff. So, and I'm in this in my studio when I go live, unless I'm doing a session with another healer, session, swap practice or whatever, then, they'll see me in my natural habitat. But, maybe they'll be able to tell me if they could see my aura. Do I have one? Please let me know. So does anybody have any questions or anything for either of these guys about what we're talking about? So basically what this is light language impartation, activation. What would you categorize it as?
I'd say an activation. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Gavin?
Yes, no, I agree. Light language activation is the correct term.
Yeah, you got to talk. Even though you're communicating through those rainbows, you still,
Oh, yeah.
You're fun. You guys are fun. I don't know if Candace is going to join us, but if you guys have any, you guys, the links to how to get a hold of both of these to Illuminous, Arya. She does, you said QHHT, right?
I do,
but you do
mostly BQH now, just because of the restrictions. So almost exclusively BQH.
Okay. And her information is in the description box on how to find her. And Gavin, what is your...
Yeah, okay. Basically, I offer BQH, whatever. I'm not as experienced as Arya. The one thing, I do also offer it in Spanish, hablo castellano bastante bien, entonces lo ofrezco también sesiones en español.
That's wonderful. And that's something that, is good to know.
Yeah, because one of the things I notice is, like, the vast majority of the practitioners and even the forum is predominantly in English. Yeah, even the people from abroad who do connect in, be they from other countries in Europe or other parts of the world, they will communicate in English. And we have 550 million brothers and sisters who speak Spanish, and we need to spread this out to them as well.
Every language should be covered.
No, totally. But I suppose just a proximity to the States or whatever,
I was in a wholehearted agreement with you. Like, how did you hear about Beyond Quantum Healing?
Me or okay,
you.
Me. It's a very, very good question. I have no idea. I can't even remember. I don't know. Was it through you, Arya, or did I?
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been through you. Yeah, it could have been through Arya. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm assuming QHHT was through Dolores, and then...
Oh, yeah, but it was like, I had seen some QHHT, and I don't know whether when Arya told me that she did it, then I checked it out more, and okay, Yeah, QHHT is okay. I understand that. I have never done it. I haven't practiced. I've watched a number of Dolores's videos, and it looks to be very, very good. The problem for me at the time was I was living in a different country. I was living in Spain, and there weren't any sort of courses in Spanish nearby, so it wasn't an option for me. And then I learned about BQH. That was an option. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So good.
Yeah, so
Yes.
so that was why, because as I said, because of living in Spain, or at least where I was, there were no physical QHHT courses that I could attend. So I took
They're
the
pretty much the same, aren't they? Well, you would know, Luminous. Yes.
Very, very similar.
Except for one's you got it more in person, right?
Yes, definitely with QHHT, they say exclusively in person. I find that what I like with BQH is being able to bring in our own gifts and abilities to assist.
Mm-hmm.
QHHT, as I say, does the same thing. There really is not a significant difference for me. However, I like the fact that I'm encouraged with BQH to bring in everything that I have to assist the client.
Exactly. Yeah, every tool in your toolbox.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's something else. I saw somebody make a comment about, they found it popped up for them on Facebook. Okay. So there was something else I was going to talk about with body twitches. Have you guys noticed with clients lately that that with the intensity of the energy or the application of the sessions, that now when you seem to be working on an area of their body, they're out having their journey and talking about it, and of course we're working on all those levels, that their physical body then starts to twitch and move and like respond to whatever. That's something new into my awareness. I just wanted to see what you guys thought. Is something you're accustomed to, or
I haven't noticed an increase in it. I've just noticed an increase in the awareness of my clients in what is happening in their body, and able to tap into that and know the root cause of it, the emotion that it's based on, or the thought process or the belief system that it's based on. That's what I find really exciting, is how tapped in clients are now to what is. There's such a self-awareness now that I didn't notice a year ago. That's very exciting for me.
that is awesome. And do you find that most of the things that people suffer in the physical have a root cause from a trauma or a belief structure, or what's your thoughts on that? Either of you?
It's usually a trauma. I'm finding less and less clients go to other lifetimes, or if they do, it's not that they actually have to see that lifetime and revisit it, but it's simply their higher self says, "Oh yeah, that's from such and such a time. This is what happened. Let's just take care of that." I find there's less and less rehashing of the past, of other lifetimes. And often I'll start a session and that higher self will pop right in and say, "I'm here, let's go, let's take care of business." And we're off and running.
Nice. Kevin?
I really can't comment because I started, and then for personal reasons or whatever, I stopped, and now I've just restarted again. To be honest, I have my first client in a long while on Tuesday. It was quite interesting. Recently, I went for a massage practitioner. She's a woman from Vietnam, and we were just chatting about this, that, and the other. And then I mentioned BQH, and she was interested. So I said, "Look, I'll give you a session." And so then she promised she'd do a swap. She will give me acupuncture, and so I actually have a session with her on Tuesday, which is like my first session in a long time. So after that, I can tell you, but I can't really comment at the moment.
Well, and with my daughter being taken so suddenly from us, I had to step back. I mean, I had to step out of the game for a while, and just, getting back into the swing of things. But it's been like back to back, one after another. And I'm not, I don't do a lot of, I don't advertise. I'm on the quantum healing thing. So, and the right people will find it, Actually, I did put my quantum healing link on there for the forum, because I don't think either of you gave me your forum link. You have your own website, Luminous, and Galvin has an email to contact. And a Twitter. It did take your Twitter, by the way.
It did. I saw that. So, but actually, one of the things that was quite interesting was just speaking to this Vietnamese lady, was that she was straight off started talking about the psychosomatic roots of physical ailments, and maybe what might in the past have been like voodoo science or whatever. Now it seems to be becoming much more mainstream, and she was delighted to be able to talk to somebody about it. And I just mentioned BQH in the BQH forum, and she said she was, she's going to see what the session is like, but she's thinking of studying BQH. But the main reason she's thinking of doing it is because of the forum, so she can actually speak to like-minded people, And so again,
my medical doctor wants me to give him business cards, so he can give them to his patients. So, my medical doctor, for a medical doctor to be standing beside something like that, and then, things happen and I kind of, backed away. But, so that's something, of course,
that's remarkable. Yeah.
It is. It really is, because he's a holistic, he looks at the whole body. He wants to take care of you, whole. He doesn't want to just put a Band-Aid on. And he also was the one that had, told me when I was having the heart problems, I needed to lose weight. And then I just started dropping off weight and told him I was on the seafood diet, and he didn't want to act like he didn't know what that was. And then I brought in that tray of cookies. He comes in with the cookie. I can't believe these are fat-free, Michelle. I said, yeah, the fat you went for free. And he's like, okay, you got to tell me what this diet is. I said, it's the seafood diet. I didn't change anything. I see food and I eat it. I said, I just changed my perception, of course, with help. I mean, it wasn't by my own strength, but with help, and I'm back to the size that I was before. Well, not quite, before I had children, but around there, a good, healthy weight. And I don't have a limp anymore. Don't need a cane. And I didn't have to get in the scooter chair. So, that says a lot, when we can shift our perspective and our paradigm. Also tells us a lot about the power that we hold within.
Yes.
El Coro's in the chat. Hi, El Coro. And he lives off the coast of Australia. If you guys ever get a chance, he shoots his sunsets and sunrises. If you ever need to, and I love water. It's beachfront. The reflections are beautiful. It's so peaceful and so surreal. So I enjoy those too. So just trying to introduce you guys to, who's coming in, and you said, yes, I just met these people the other day in the Quantum Healing Forum.
The first contact was, I think, on Tuesday. First contact that we ever had was on Tuesday, and then and
then you guys just followed up with me, and I appreciate that. And I hope that the others, come forward and share like you guys did. And, we can keep shining light everywhere. Shine your lights, you guys. You guys are awesome. Everybody is so amazing. Like I said, their links are below. They do Beyond Quantum Healing and Quantum Healing. But Beyond Quantum Healing, like she said, she can use every tool in her toolbox. I recommend that, because the more tools that one has in their toolbox that they can apply to the client, the better off the client is, the better the results. And so their links are in the description box. And this was about the tongues of angels, heavenly language, light language, impartation or activations through impartation. Who'd have thought? that it could be used in such a fashion. I didn't.
Amazing, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how does it feel to be a guinea pig? No.
No, but absolutely no fear, because I knew that it was going to be. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew it was going to be amazing. So, like, absolutely no fear. I suppose it just made it a bit more interesting. It's like, you're going to get a big gift for Christmas. You don't know what it is, but you know it's going to be good.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's hey, where's my staff so we can get on out of here? Okay, I'm going to put you guys down into the green room. And if that other person that has access wants to join, you're more than welcome. And you guys just hold tight down there real quick. And I will be right back with you. And you guys, you know the drill. Always, oh, I better turn that off. I don't want that going. Those two people are absolutely amazing. I would definitely give them permission to work on me any day of the week, anytime, because they are what you would call, I don't know, infused with light. Like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So, and their links are below. And always, always share what you know and listen so we can grow. And I just love you guys all so much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace.